Hey guys, and welcome to another video. It is another gorgeous day. It's just been glorious this past 2 weeks. It's just such a welcome reprieve from the winter. So today we're taking the next step with Wiggy towards going to his first show. Today he's going to go to Arena Hire. If today goes well, he will go to a show on Saturday. Today's Tuesday, so that's the plan. So I'm bringing him to Mullingar Equestrian, which is our local show venue. They also do arena hire. It is so handy. You get the full arena, full set of jumps for an hour. You can hire it out. So we're very lucky to have that nearby. So I clipped him yesterday. He's looking really good. He's feeling good. He went to the gallops on Sunday. I actually haven't done that much jumping with him recently, but I'm hoping that the confidence is there. He's been kind of away from home a couple of times now, to the gallops. He did go to arena hire once to do cross country jumps, and maybe that's about it. So it's just about getting him out and seeing a bit of the world and getting that exposure and experience and making sure it's a positive experience every time. So I'm going to get him groomed and the horse box packed up, and yeah, this time it's show jumping, not cross country. So I'm going to jump him around. I don't know what we're going to do because it just depends. If he comes out and he's all spooky and looking, I'll take it really nice and slow and small jumps and kind of build up his confidence. But if he comes out and he's quite confident, then yeah, we'll see how he goes. The plan for today is to help me decide what class to enter him in at the show, what height. I don't want to jump really, really small with him. I think he kind of needs to jump to keep his attention, and he's not a super spooky horse generally, but in new places he can just be a bit distracted, I suppose is the best way to describe it, because he's just a baby. He can get a bit distracted, so I think I don't want the jump to be too small so he's not focused on it, but I also don't want to scare him, obviously. So depending on how he goes today, I will decide what class I enter him in on Saturday, which is so exciting. And if today's goes terribly, he just won't go to a show on Saturday. We'll do another day arena hire instead, and then he'll go to a show when he's confident. But yeah, I'm so excited. We're so close to... Here is the Wiggy boy. Look, his coat is looking so much better. I wish you could appreciate how soft his skin is now. It was so dry and horrible, and we're finally getting there. Aren't we, mister? And you can see these what lighter areas. That's where his skin was bad, and now it's healed and is looking and feeling so much better, Mr. Wig. He looks super duper, really shiny. Good boy. Excited to be a big boy? Yeah. Alrighty, we're here. We've put them all down nice and small. Got my trainer. And I'll go and get the boy. It was meant to be 17 degrees. I'm wearing this very ugly, sorry, no offense, Victorian Equine Group, but it's quite a baggy jumper because I thought I'd be wearing a t-shirt, but now it's gone a bit cold and a bit windy. But anyway,
degrees, it's really warm.
It's what?
17 degrees.
It's not. It's just not 17 degrees.
It's an Irish 17 degrees.
Irish 17 degrees.
Awesome.
Yeah, so this is the arena we did cross country in before, but now it's show jumping season. So show jumps in it instead.
To listen to me as your trainer.
Sorry?
To listen to me as your trainer.
Dad's saying listen to him. I always listen to you, Dad. I don't think he believes me. Look at this darling angel. Wiggy! Wiggy! Excuse me. Thank you. The camera's over here, darling. Oh, thank you. Thank you, darling. He's just looking around. He's just seeing what the story is. All right, let's go. He's way calmer than last time he was here. Hello, so I thought I would save you from the sound of wind battering the camera microphone and give you a voiceover instead. So here is Mr. Wiggy. Honestly, the biggest thing that I'm so happy about with Wiggy on this day is that he came out and straight away he was just relaxed. We were just trotting around, long and low, chilled out, listening to me. straight off the bat. Like even when we arrived, he was just standing by the horse box to be tacked up, really relaxed. Okay, you know, he pops his head up and looks around a little bit occasionally, but like so fair. You're a 5-year-old in a new arena, so that's so fine. But like just compared to last time he was at this arena hire doing the cross country, his eyes were on stalks last time, and it took quite a while, and he did settle last time, but it did take, you know, a good 15 minutes of trotting around, whereas this was just walked in straight away, relaxed. Here we're having a little canter around, and we're just cantering him around all the jumps. Again, aim of the game with these young ones and with all the horses I produce, really, I would just love the horses to canter around on a loose rein and to stay in the same rhythm and to stay soft and with their, you know, head carriage a little bit low and relaxed. Like I don't want to be holding the horse and, you know, fighting with them and keeping them contained. I think they should be able to manage their own rhythm and manage their own excitement. That's on them, not on me. So that's kind of how I think about producing the young horses. So we have a little canter around, and then we come over our warm-up jumps. So when I come to an arena hire, I usually pick one jump that I warm up over, and then I go and jump the course, just to kind of simulate a show where you warm up outside and then you go and you jump all the jumps, just so he doesn't see them all individually. It's a little bit more intimidating, but I think it's good to practice that format. I think Dad was a little bit excited about Wiggy because his filming is not quite his top class filming. He kind of misses him sometimes and he gets a bit excited with the zoom, so please do forgive that. But look at the Weekster go! Honestly, his jump is just coming on leaps and bounds. Like he is just, as his confidence and strength grows, his jump is just getting better and better. I've always felt little bits of it being really good, but like today there was several jumps that felt very good, and it's quite exciting. But of course, more importantly than the jump, you know, he's cantering in, he's relaxed, he's not spooking, he's listening to me. I can put him on the correct spot, you know, he's listening to me if I want to shorten or lengthen. So all these are more important than the jump. However, it is very exciting when he gives you a nice feeling. And then we do this oxer, and again, you know, he's really like jumping into the air, but like in a confident way, which feels really good, and like landing really nice and balanced, and yeah, really sweet. So I just jumped this warm-up jump once more, and then I actually come around to a vertical that he hasn't seen. I was just kind of testing the water, like, is he gonna spook when I just show him a new fence, or is he going to stay confident? And he was very good. I'm coming around to this vertical now, and this is what I mean, like, he's just so rideable, little tight turns, you know, he's just listening to me. A little sticky, you know, just a slight hesitation to take off, but nothing bad. So I said, okay, we will jump around the course. So I come around to this first fence, and you know, he hasn't seen it before, and it's an oxer, and I'm putting my leg on, and he just like, woo, jumps right up, which is so cute. But you know, like, he lands this, you know, he lands in a little bit of a heap. You know, when he gives that big effort, he doesn't really have the balance or strength to, you know, maintain and hold himself. So it's just like a green kind of jump. But here he's jumping still nice, but landing much more balanced. We're coming around to this turn, and then it's a dog leg to 2 jumps right on the arena edge, which does tend to be spooky for the babies. And there was a man unloading a van, so you know, it's all happening here. You're gonna see he kind of spooks at the man. He's like, oh my god, but he's so honest, and he jumps it anyway, which I'm really happy with him about. Then we come around to the double. He has a little hesitation at the double, and then he gives it actually quite a big effort, and then it's 5 strides to a, you know, so he gives that good a big effort, then it's 5 strides to this vertically. Honestly, just is like going left and right and just touches it behind. So I just steady it all back up, pick up the correct lead, and then come to our next fence. And you know, you've just got to put things behind you, and then look, he gives that one a really good effort after touching the pole before. And then we finish over this little vertical, which he also jumps well and also lands on the correct lead. I like that he's obviously listening and thinking about where I want to go afterwards. So then we just jumped the first half again. I like that, you know, compared to the last time, he still gave number 1 a good effort, but this time he lands on the correct lead. He lands a lot more balance. Like, he's quite clever. He's quite quick to pick things up. He he knows, you know, once you do something once or twice, he knows which direction you're going to go afterwards, and then he tends to land on the correct lead, which is, you know, very positive, and it definitely makes my life a lot easier when we're jumping courses. This time down this distance, he's a lot more confident, a lot more relaxed, and doesn't spook, which is very nice. And then to finish, I just jumped the line with the double one more time, just to practice the double and then keeping his attention to the down the distance. And I just put it up a little bit actually, and he was much better and gave it a nice jump and ended on that note, which I thought was really, really positive. I think he only had good experiences today, and he's definitely going to come back next time even better. Oh, Wiggy, you're just the best boy in the world. Oh my goodness, how good are you? Oh, Wiggy and Cougs are all loaded back up. Hello, you've got something on your face, sir. Excuse me, sir. And Cougalicious was a very good girl. I'll put a few clips of her. This vlog isn't actually about you, Cougie, sorry. Cougar isn't actually my horse. She's owned by my friend Lauren Allport. So yeah, with other people's horses, I don't like to show a huge amount. Anyway, I'll put a few clips in because she did jump very, very well, and I'm sure Lauren won't mind me showing some clips of her. But yeah, this was a Wiggy update vlog, okay? Now we are home with Wiggy. Cougar is looking for her mate. Cougar gets attached to like any horse. She has no loyalty. She just wants to be friends with everyone. Alrighty, so all done. Gosh, my eyes are actually not that blue. I just think it's the sun. Are you getting involved? Very, very pleased with Wiggy. I thought he was very brave. He relaxed almost as soon as we got there, which is great. The last time I went schooling, it took him quite a while to relax. And then he did relax eventually, but I think just having been to the gallops and he's gone different places now, he's really learning that he goes somewhere new and it's just, you know, I ask him to relax, he relaxes. So it's kind of an important tool to have with the young horses. You know, I ask them to soften and stretch, and then they do, and then it means that you can kind of get them back to you and relaxed quite quickly. So he's very good. He threw some very nice jumps. I'm a strong believer that if a horse can do a couple jumps really well, then it's possible, like, then they're a good horse, right? Because if they can do a few, you can build that up to every jump is good. If they never give you a good feeling, maybe it's time to rethink their career. But I just felt like today there was some jumps I was like, oh, that felt really, really good. And of course there are some where, you know, he gets distracted and he's not concentrating, he doesn't make the perfect shape. But I think the fact that there are some there, it just really solidifies in my head that, like, there's a lot of potential there. He's also so rideable and adjustable and really listening and really calm, and he feels really light even though he's such a big horse. Don't drool all over me. He's such a big horse, and you know, he just feels really light in my hand. If I ask him to whoa, he really waits. If I put leg on, he goes. I'm so thrilled with him. He's really, really come on, and as he's getting stronger, the jump is developing, and there's still loads of room for improvement. Like that booty, I want it even bigger, okay? And when he builds that strength and confidence, it's just gonna get better and better. Cougar, quick shout out, was also super. Like, her rideability is so much better. She's a very, very different kind of horse. She's very careful, and she's gotten so much more confident and rideable, and very excited about her. So are we going to a show on Saturday? No, we're not. I think he could, like, I definitely could just bring him and jump around the 80 and the 90 centimeter, but like, what's the point? What's the point? I think what we should do with the two of them is one more day of schooling next week and then to a show. I think they just need one more outing where I just want them to kind of start how they ended today. Like, I want them to just go out, jump around I want to be able to jump bigger, because I always think that in schooling you should be able to jump bigger than you actually compete. And you know, today they only jumped 90 a meter, so I would like to jump maybe a meter 10 and then compete at 90 a meter, if you know what I mean. Like, I think they should school higher than they have to go and compete, because then it makes the competing is really easy for them. So yes, I know, although he was really good, and probably sounds crazy that I don't think he's ready for a show, but I don't think he's ready for a show. I think we should do one more arena hire, and then I think he'll be absolutely ready for a show. And of course, when he goes to a show, there'll probably still be mistakes and silly pulls and, you know, wobbliness and greenness, but I'm a big believer of setting them up for success and not getting ahead of yourself and not getting excited. And I was really excited about going to a show, but I think you need to do right by the horse and make sure that his first show is a positive experience. So that's the plan for Wiggy. Next week schooling, the week after show, hopefully. And Cougar's probably going to do the same, but yeah, as I said, she's not my horse, so I don't want to like share everything about her, but there'll be little clips here and there of her, because she is a very nice horse. But Mr. Wiggy is the YouTube star at the moment. So I will leave you guys there. Thank you so much for watching. That is a chicken, by the way, wanting to lay. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you next time. Bye. Say bye, Wiggy. He doesn't want to say goodbye.